Okay. Cheers, everyone. I am Amy Mitchell with Houses of Windsor, and this is Virtual Tea Time with Amy. And today I have my special guest, Alicia Borden. And also, I am on a delay, and she is not. So we're gonna ride this wave out and hope that I become not delayed at some point.
Right.
So, Alicia, I'd like to start with what we're drinking and where we're calling from. So I'm drinking the Buckingham Palace Garden Party, which is a delicious black tea in sort of the Earl Grey family. And I am in Altamont Springs, Florida. Alicia, what are you drinking and where are you?
I'm actually drinking two teas.
Ooh.
I actually do that a lot, actually, now that I think about it. I'm drinking chai, which is my favorite because I love cinnamon.
I love chai.
Which is the yogi. And I love the yogi teas because it always has, like, my little paper says, lift people up to their potential and higher self.
Oh.
I love it.
That's awesome.
And then I'm drinking just peppermint green tea and ginger.
Okay. So you're double fisting your teas.
Double fisting my tea for sure. And I'm in Belle Isle, so a little south of Orlando.
Nice. I like your backdrop. I like your fireplace and like the wood beams.
Thanks. I love this house. Is very old, as are a lot of houses in Belle Isle, but it has such an awesome customized layout. We definitely lucked out.
Yeah, it's super cool. I really like it.
It goes through to the living room too.
So, oh, really? Like if you look through the fireplace?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so fun.
Yeah.
I love it when they do that.
I know.
That's awesome. So, okay, so I know Alicia from, of course, B&I. So many of my guests stem from B&I, but she's not in our chapter anymore because she changed jobs, and we're sad. The only good thing that came out of it was that I got to be #1 again because I'm still the only person with the first name that starts with an A.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, Alicia knocked me down while she was there, but I'm back on top. No one's come in since.
I love it.
Yeah, but Alicia was so fun to see every Wednesday morning at 7 a.m. And so I'm so glad that you wanted to catch up over tea on my virtual tea. And okay, so if you want to explain, do you want to talk about what you do? Like, or briefly say what you do, or do you have to be secretive or anything?
No, I still do, holistic healthcare on the side. I'm just a true believer of it, so I'll always support that industry, I feel. But I have transitioned over into still sales in an aspect, but I'm more on the consultative side of things. So I work with internal audit groups, primarily with publicly traded companies, but just across the board. And we help them with everything from, because I work with the Institute of Internal Auditors, so we set the standards and guidance for the profession, and then we also advocate for the profession in lobbying efforts and kind of things that go up the political ladder, I guess, if you will.
Okay.
And I come in because we just help auditors, I don't say we help auditors maintain their professional development and training requirements through NASBA. So it's fun.
Okay. And so how did you get into that? Like, what's your background?
I ended up into it really actually through networking. So a good friend of mine that I had always kept in contact with let me know when the job was open and that she thought I would be a good fit. So I applied and went through a very rigorous interview process.
Yeah.
And I got the job. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, I feel like it was meant to be.
Yeah. Are they like super careful about people's backgrounds and everything, since like auditing seems like serious? You can't have any shady characters.
Yeah, you do go through, I think it's like an FBI background check or something to that degree, but I passed.
That's amazing. Does that mean next stop is FBI? Right. You're going to be an FBI agent next?
Might as well. I feel like I just go where the wind blows me anyways. I love it. But yeah, it's definitely not where I thought I would be, but I'm excited to be there.
Yeah. And remind me, are you a Florida native, or where are you from?
I'm a Florida baby.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
where in Florida?
Born in Tampa, but raised in Bradenton, Sarasota area.
Oh, okay. Oh, nice. That would be such a nice place to go.
I know, I miss the beaches. Anytime, I mean, I've lived in Orlando now for 16 years, but anytime we go to the beach, all my girlfriends are always like, really? We have to drive to the West Coast? And yeah, we have to drive to the West Coast. I'd way rather go to Clearwater, Bradenton, any of them.
Right.
The sand. The sand is different.
I have a good friend that has been my friend since high school back in Indiana, but he is a psychiatrist now in Tampa. and he has a condo on Madeira Beach, and it's like the best friend to have. No, I mean, Kyle, you're a great friend anyway, but I also have a vacation home. Dr. Kyle.
He must be nice. Everyone from Indiana is so nice. My entire family is born and raised in Indiana, and they all live back in Indiana, so I'm the only one
really?
here. But every time I go up there, I swear it's just a different dynamic of mentality, I feel.
Right. Yeah, they are friendlier, but I don't know why they stay up there. When you could live in Florida.
I don't either. Hence the beach house in Tampa.
Exactly. Yeah, it was so much fun. Kyle got to go like condo shopping recently because he's going to switch condos, and I went with him. Like, I kind of encouraged him to go looking at other places. And I was like, Kyle, just do it for me. I was like, let me live vicariously through you shopping for beach condos.
Absolutely.
And we had like,
anyways.
Yeah, and we had like a realtor friend in town there, and so I was like, hey, I was like, Kyle's not really gonna want to go do this, but I'm gonna make him, so will you show us places? And he showed us like 14 places in one day. But they were all in like 3-mile stretch, along. It's not like going to look at places in Orlando where you're driving all over the place.
20 minutes to get to one property.
Exactly, yeah. We were like literally like boop, boop, like out one driveway and the next driveway.
Who cares when you're by the ocean? I swear I could be picking up garbage by the ocean. I'm okay.
Yeah, and he ended up picking, I mean, by far the best place. He fell in love with it, was so happy I made him, go look. I was so happy. No.
They say women know best. I truly believe it.
Right. Yeah, he needed someone to push him.
Yeah. I love it.
So, so I'll have to let you know and come out there because he's got a bigger condo now. So I'm just inviting people to Kyle's condo.
Right. See you soon, Kyle.
You'll love him. Everyone loves Kyle. Kyle loves new people.
So I love it.
Favorite. But oh man. But so okay. So we talked about a little bit about what you do, but we don't care about that.
I know, right?
Not on this show.
Right.
So what is your special interest, hobby, obsession? What have you got?
Well, I am going to be honest. My true obsession, and I say true because I feel like, as we get older, our obsessions change.
Right. Sometimes.
Yeah. And so my true obsession that I've always been obsessed with is music. I love music. I played musical instruments when I was, going to school in the orchestra, and I would have done band. I would have loved to have done band, but I was a volleyball player, so same season. But
what instruments did you play?
I played primarily the flute. It was my favorite. And when I mastered the flute, I moved on to the piccolo. And then I realized that my lips they don't do what they're supposed to do for a piccolo. It's a lot harder than playing the flute, which you would never really point that out.
That's funny.
Yeah. So my music, my obsession now has become, and thanks to the quarantine, because I don't think I don't want to say I don't think I would have ever put as much effort or energy into it, but I probably wouldn't have ever put as much effort and energy into it without this. So I have always wanted to DJ. My mom is probably the only one who can vouch for me, because when I was a kid, I swore I was going to be a DJ. I used to listen to Bubba the Love Sponge on the radio. And
oh my God. I have a friend who's like obsessed with Bubba. He like still listens to him.
He's awesome. He's on the Florida Man radio show now. So they did one of
that's
our
what he
events.
listens to.
The bar owner I was working with, he said, oh, okay, so the Florida Man radio show is going to come. I was like, oh, what's the Florida Man radio show? And he says, oh, it's, just a bunch of older DJs or kind of, radio professionals that have come together and they created their own radio show. And he's like, you probably won't know any of them, because everyone just assumes because I'm in my 30s that I didn't love the 70s and the 80s.
Oh, right.
Whatever. So he says, Bubba the Love Sponge. I was like, Oh, the love sponge. Are you kidding me? I grew up in Tampa, so first of all, I think that's where he's, originated. So, anyways, I got a little off track, but yeah, I've always wanted to be a DJ. That whole thought, as I got into college, it dissipated. Like I never really, I'll be honest, I never thought about it again.
Yeah.
I could care less, and I was huge into hospitality. I swore that was going to be my lifelong career path. And it has turned out not to be, but I've always kind of kept my feet in the water with hospitality. So, which I think that's one of the awesome perks to that industry is it's very easy to kind of keep involved without having to be full force. And yeah, with the quarantine, I ended up having a friend who showed me how virtually over a Zoom screen share blend beats, which is really kind of the hardest part getting started in DJing. And so, you go through your frustrating moments and I was like, I'm over it. I'd rather just enjoy the music. And then he was like, no, look at it a different way, right? Because everyone perceives things differently. And the second time I tried it that way, before I knew it, it was like, and I fell in love. So I have now, I've just recently ordered my first DJ controller table. And our table, I have also been learning how to shuffle. So just fitting all into, I love bass and beats. So
I have to ask, am I coming off with you? Can you hear me?
That?
You have trouble hearing me?
Yeah, you lagged a little bit.
Yeah, that's what mine's, it's warning me. So I just went and we were doing so well. For a minute, we rode out the wave and we made it. And then did you see what happened? I moved. I moved an arm.
What did we say about the moving thing?
It affects, we'll call it radio waves of Wi-Fi. Even though I'm plugged into a hotspot. all the IT people watching, all my IT friends are like, oh my God, radio waves.
Right. Oh man.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so I didn't want to miss the important DJ stories. That's why I thought, let's try to ride this out a little bit longer. So I can hear your answers.
I like that you're enjoying my DJ thing.
Oh my God, I love it.
My mom's probably, I swear my mom's thinking I'm off the wall. She's like, really, you want to spend $300 on a controller table? Which I did put myself to the test. I downloaded an app where I had to, because I really want to create beats. So I downloaded a beat pad to my phone, which it's terrible because you have to watch 1,000 ads. So for every 1 30-second tutorial, you're watching 2 minutes worth of ads. So I held myself to a little stipulation. So if I went basically 3 days where I didn't open that app, then I had to restart because my goal was if I was going to try and create beats for a month consecutively, then I would feel comfortable spending the money.
Right.
So I did that all of March.
Oh my gosh. Well, good job, you. Yeah. That's awesome.
I tell you what, and I fell in love with EDM when I went to my first music festival because the culture there is so, coming from someone who's an energy person and is, I wish everyone would just treat people the way they wish to be treated.
Right.
That's what the music festival, I think, culture is all about, especially when you're going more for the music and the yoga part of it and not, the recreational part that I think comes into every.
Not like what the Molly part.
Yeah, right. It's, it stinks that it's associated with that. It took me forever to explain to my mom that is just not me. I mean, I feel like she knows me well enough to know that, but just to preface.
Right.
But yeah, they have this handshake, it's called the plur lifestyle, right?
Yeah.
So it's peace, and then love, and then unity where you're connecting hands, and then respect where you share a bracelet onto the hand of someone. Adorable. I know. It's fun.
I love it. That's
yeah. And then shuffling, I mean, it's like the next highlighting factor.
Yeah, so wait, explain that, shuffling. What is that?
It's the Running Man, in my opinion. It's the old MC Hammer.
Yeah.
Same, just fast, and you do it all over the place, and now there's all,
Oh
so
my God.
When I started shuffling, it looked more like a skip.
Yeah.
And now
You've mastered it?
The girl shuffling.
Oh my god. I feel like I could do that. Like I would feel comfortable shuffling in public.
It's so much fun. It is so, and then when you go to these shows and you look around and everyone's shuffling with each other, everyone's doing their own version of a shuffle. It's so cool.
That's so funny. I didn't know that was part of that scene at all.
Yeah.
I've never been, so.
Right. And you know, do you have TikTok?
Oh my god. So I just downloaded it the other night and lost about an hour and a half of my time because I just was watching one hilarious video after the other because I'm all about comedy. So like, oh my god, I loved it. I haven't even tried to look at how to create my own, but yeah.
It's easier than I thought. I was looking up tutorials on like how can I, because a part of the EDM side, me and my girlfriends were doing the virtual EDC that's coming up next weekend, which is of course the weekend that I'm moving.
What's EDC?
EDC is Electric Daisy Carnival. It's literally my opinion of an adult carnival. So all the fair rides, the Ferris wheel and the fun ones, they're everywhere. It's when you walk up, it looks like an adult carnival.
Uh-huh.
And
oh my gosh.
primarily just because you don't see a bunch of kids around.
Right.
So.
And are they still having it next week?
No, they canceled it. So the founder of Insomniac, his name's Pasqua, and Insomniac is really, as far as I know, he's really the one who kind of initiated the whole music festival in the EDM world.
Okay.
And they've been doing all these virtual rave-a-thons and stuff, and he just recently, they took a break. So for 2 weeks, they're not doing any shows, and it's pretty cool. I mean, I like rap as well. I like country and I like rock, and I'm watching a lot of these those genres of music. They don't get the support. So like I was gonna go to a huge concert called Rolling Loud, and it's down in Miami, and they canceled it, obviously, which is expected. But their only offer was they're going to show the live stream of their 2017 show. And I mean, when you consider that all of these DJs that we all pay hundreds of dollars to go see, and they're all in the EDM world, they are doing free shows. Like the lights, the stage sets, they're putting their all into it. And I think I'm all about support, and like I said, all about energy. And I think it's pretty freaking awesome that they're doing it for free. So Pasqua said on his last announcement, he's like, well, we're taking 2 weeks off because the producers that, produce virtual events to kind of make it structured and organized, they're telling him he's crazy because it's just impossible what he thinks he's going to do. And he keeps posting all these updates. And so I think everyone's getting so excited.
Oh my God.
My whole point of saying that is we're doing a huge celebration next weekend. Obviously a small group, but probably just a group of people that are helping me move. And we're going to do the Pass the Brush challenge. So you have to compile TikTok videos in order to make it work. So you're passing the brush. So
I've seen someone do that. I didn't know how they did it, but I've seen it.
I don't know, they all do it on TikTok, but TikTok makes it super simple. And then heaven forbid, all I wanted to do was learn how to compile a video. And now I've also lost like hours of my life to TikTok because there's so many challenges, shuffle challenges, new shuffles you can learn, and tutorials. And so, have you heard and I don't want to offend anyone, but it's probably just annoying to me because I've heard the same 30 seconds of the song hundreds of times, but it goes something like, oh, na, 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 oh, na, 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 oh, na, na, oh, na, na, oh, oh. With the foot challenge.
I haven't seen the foot challenge, but they do it with that song.
It is absolutely insane. Sorry, it's my roommate.
That's right, cameo.
Shirtless, of course.
Yeah, right. That's the best kind of cameo.
Right. So it's like 6 simple steps, but when you have to twist and turn and you're just tapping each other's feet until you go fast, 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 and then you're switching sides and you're turning and
I think I did see that, and I didn't know what I was watching because I only saw one video of it, so I thought they were just special. I didn't know other people were doing it.
Oh, it is huge and it is so much fun.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. I'll have to look at that then. I
Yes.
don't know, like since I was new to it, I just clicked like, it asks you what your interests are, and I put like comedy and I don't know, maybe makeup, fashion, whatever, just a couple animals. And
I think
so
I selected almost everything on there.
I was super selective. I was like, don't show me any of this.
We'd be a good mesh because you're very, very like, you know what you want. And I'm
Right.
over here like, I think I like everything.
Yeah, I'm like, everything's fine, but like I want like,
Yes. That's what I need in my life.
I need British tea, I need Hanson, I need 90s rap,
Right?
and
Oh,
Christmas decorations.
I love it. Listen, I cannot wait to try some of your tea. I mean it when
Yeah.
I say it, and the woman that you work with is totally right because I have known you for a while now, and I did not know that you have your own tea collection. So, yes, I will be visiting your virtual tea store.
Yes. And so I'll give the shout out to Coach Sherry. That's who the woman that Alicia's
Yes.
referring to. I was just scolded today in our mastermind class because, well, I shouldn't even say just today. Pretty much every week she's telling me that I'm not clear enough about the fact that I have an online shop where people can buy teas and pretty teacups, and I can do like special gift sets. So yeah, I like talked to someone yesterday on the phone, and I just like, based on her budget and what she wanted to do for her mom in North Carolina, like I just created something with my stuff. So it's not even like on the website.
I didn't even know that because I just did my Mother's Day gift.
Oh,
That
no.
my mom loves tea. So that's good to
Yeah.
know. It really is good to know. And I tell you one thing for sure that I have been learning a lot about me. It's not really an obsession, but I've been reading. Have you heard of the book called, and I'm probably going to butcher her last name, it's by Jen Sensario.
Oh, is it I have you're a badass at making money.
Oh,
Yeah. Or you have
so
do you have the yellow one? I have the green one.
the yellow one. So you're a badass, how to stop doubting your self-worth. So I don't think you do it as much. I think you're a very confident woman, but I have noticed that even in areas where I'm confident, I tend to take away from myself. And even, being a sales professional, when I'm making recommendations in a different industry that maybe I'm not an expert in, but I'm still an expert on the sales side.
Right.
My girlfriend just said it to me the other day, Jenna, she's like, if you don't stop second guessing yourself, because I pull the credibility away from my suggestion also. So it's like, be excited about it because that's the conviction, that's the confidence. And you're the tea expert. I would buy tea from you before I would ever try and go make my own decision. And as we just said, I hate making decisions and I'm also not very good at them.
I love it. Well, and you're right. And like, you're not alone with that. So, I mean, I've definitely been on, we'll call it a journey over the last couple of years where I've become more like confident and stuff. So it's not so much, I don't have self-doubt necessarily. Like, so I was recommended the book that I'm reading about, You're Badass at Making Money, because I have a lot of, what Tony Robbins calls limiting beliefs that I didn't even know existed that were tied to money. So a lot of stuff that you pick up growing up and stuff. Yep, all the subconscious. Yeah. Again, shout out to Robin Kunkel, one of our other favorite BNI.
She gives me chills. Like
I love her. But so, but that being said, like, and you probably have witnessed this with me and like BNI and stuff, but I can talk enthusiastically about other people and how great they are at their job. But if I have to talk about myself, being
like, I just do tea.
Yep.
I just
I'm like, I don't, I was like, I can't, but it's like, if you don't talk about yourself, like you can't just wait around on someone else to like sell you for you, like I've learned that's a hard lesson and I still am having trouble, implementing it, but.
You said it so much better than I did because I think I was going a different way, but it's literally we're both the same in that aspect because we get so excited. I think we both love people.
Exactly. Right.
We love supporting people. Yes. We love loving people.
Yes.
So being excited about anything that anyone does, you get the excitement, so you instantaneously sell someone else. And when the girl was like, I put out a business proposal, and it turned out really awesome. It was a great idea, and we're all trying to think outside of the box right now with all these virtual and uncertain times. And so at the end, I was like, I'm just what did I say? Oh, it's just a thought. And she's like, no, that was a very educated and experience-fulfilled suggestion that was backed by your education, knowledge, experience. I was like, yeah, it is. It's really down to yourself.
Yeah. Well, and I feel like, so I'll speak for, whatever. I'll just speak for women in general, whether we all feel the same or not. But I hear this a lot, and I feel this a lot, where there comes, like, it's so deeply ingrained in us to be like humble, don't brag, don't boast, like, and be polite. So that ends up getting like mixed messages in your subconscious of like, well, it's polite to talk about other people and be excited for what they're doing. It's not polite, like it doesn't look good or sound good if you're doing it about yourself.
Cocky or
it's like you're conceited or this and that. But someone pointed this out to me when I was telling him that. They're like, yeah, but when you meet people that talk about themselves well in their profession and this and that, do you think they're conceited and cocky? I was like, no. They're like, so why do you think people see you that way? I was like, well, because obviously I have some limiting beliefs.
I know. It's so true. I want to read that book. Is that also by Jen?
That I think is just information I've picked up from like different people I've been talking to, and like the Tony Robbins world and whatever. It's just, of just talking to people, like trying to explore the whole subconscious and figuring out what it is that kind of informs your choices and your behaviors when you don't even realize it. Like some of this stuff is so deep.
It absolutely blows my mind. I've always believed in, I think that, but I never really truly knew what the subconscious was until I actually mental health struggles, and I mean it when I say it. Oh yeah.
Sorry to write out another way because I can't hear your answers. I want to hear what you're saying. And if I can't hear it, that means the recording can't hear it. So you'll be garbled when I post it. I love that you're writing these waves out with me, though, that you're just like, you're like, all right, if this is what we're going to do. Like,
why not?
Yeah, it's okay. Okay. Nobody move. Okay, say something.
Am I good?
Yeah, okay. So now tell me what you were saying.
Okay. Oh, so yeah, like I said, I've always believed in, the subconscious, I guess, but I really didn't understand it.
Right.
And when I was dealing with a friend that was dealing with mental health challenges, and their family was, when I say holistic, it made me look like I was just a Dorito, like, because they did everything so holistically and so naturally. And so when it came time for, I think he was diagnosed, I don't know if it was schizophrenia or bipolar. It was just something, it was a serious diagnosis, but on the lighter scale. And literally with the help of hypnotherapy, acupuncture, and change in diet, I watched him never need a single medication in his life. Wow. So I've never believed more in the subconscious, because that's where a lot of, especially with hypnotherapy, deals with. Right. And it even goes down to things that I would talk about, but never really listen and comprehend and understand when I go through breakups. And, you go back and then you try to make a good decision, but now you're influenced by the love, the emotion, the past history. Right. So you're not making that decision that you would have made had you not went back to the influence. So it's just so crazy how all of that ties in together.
It is. Yeah, it's like informed. Yeah, these informed decisions that you don't realize are tied back to these old things.
I love the way that Jen put it in the book. She said, I'm not going to try to exactly word it, but she talks about when you're a baby, you come into this world wanting to touch everything and smile at everything and laugh and cry and eat anything and not afraid of anything. Right. And, then like, I am deathly afraid of snakes. They are
okay.
phobia. I can't even, like, even comes down to like a worm because it resembles a snake.
Oh my God.
Why? I truly believe because my mother is deathly afraid of snakes. I've never encountered a snake in my life, ever. So it comes from the conditioning, not intentionally. My mom didn't mean to, you know, fear of God of snakes in me, but she did.
Right. That's hilarious. Yeah, I am trying to be careful what I share with Piper. You know, she's 2.5, so I'm trying to be careful of what I share with her, of things I like, don't like. Like, she eats stuff that I won't eat, but we don't talk about, I mean, she's not at an age where she questions me, but I'm like, you can try it. Like, I'm trying to make sure she tries things that I know I don't like, or even if I'm a baby and I won't even try it myself, I'll be like, you can try it, and then she eats it, so she'll be a better eater than I am. And
it means the world.
Yeah. And like with the whole fear thing, you know, I wouldn't say I'm deathly afraid of spiders. I really don't like them. But neither is my mom. But I don't like snakes, and my mom is a weirdo, and my mom will watch this. She likes snakes.
Oh God.
No.
Some of my friends have them as pets. I'm like, so you can come over to my place. I will not be coming over to yours.
I love it. But I'm also like, I can be super girly girl where like I don't like bugs in general. Like, the joke ever since I moved to Florida is I'll hang out outside in the middle of the night, like where it's screened in, but I don't want to go outside. I don't trust Florida grass. Like, it's too thick and tangly. Like, there's things in there. There's things living in there.
There is always things
including snakes. So I'm like, I don't want to go in the grass. I do have to go in the grass now that I have Piper sometimes, but I really try to avoid it still. And but I try to make sure that she doesn't know. Like, if we see bugs, she's kind of obsessed now where she spots them like teeny tiny. She's like, buggy. And I'm like, it's okay. Like, no, I don't think it's okay, but you're gonna think it's okay.
It's okay. Oh my gosh, it's so true. I tell you, it's a catch-22 for me because I'm an outdoor girl. I love being outdoors. I love sweating. I love nature, and I love animals. But and I'm a Florida baby.
Right?
But
Yeah.
if I saw a cockroach, like literally a cockroach right here, I'd be gone so quick. And with cockroaches, I can't even kill them because I can't take the sound.
Yeah, I can't handle I can't handle the crunch. I can't do it. I like put them under a cup and then just like figure out what to do.
My roommate thought I was crazy. I'm like, at least it's not roaming free. Like,
yeah. I came home the other day and there was like, I had been gone for maybe a couple days or something, and you know, the cats are hanging out here alone. And I don't know how they found it. It was a pretty big cockroach. I'd not seen that size before, but it appeared to be dead. It was in the middle of the floor, and I didn't trust it. I was like, I don't know, like, poke it, and it runs up, you know. So I took a cup, and I covered it. I was like, I'm just going to deal with this later. And later, I forgot I left it there, because I checked later, and it didn't move. Like, it hadn't moved, so I was like, okay, it must be dead. So then when I was vacuuming later, I was like, I'm just vacuuming it up. I was like, I can't crunch it. I don't want to feel it through a Kleenex in my fingers.
No. It's like a little freaking alien under there, and I swear on everything. God, I mean, they say that they'll survive a nuclear war.
I know.
So let's be honest, I'm not touching it.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah,
yeah, you're right. Those are super gross. So we'll see what happens whenever Piper sees one of those, and I have to be the brave one. That'll be my true mom test.
Hey, we can't be perfect.
I know. That's what I've said this pretty much since Piper was born. And it's halfway joking, but honestly, I do believe it. I'm like, hey, we're all going to need therapy at some point. My only goal is that she doesn't need it for the same reasons I do. Like, I don't want to repeat any cycles. She's going to have her own problems.
She'll be her own type of crazy.
Yeah. It's like, it'll probably be because mom was like too carefree. Like, I was trying to like not have a lot of rules. Right. And be really open with her. And she'd be like, oh my God, like my mom's just pure chaos.
Hey, we all had friends that, you know, they had the friends we all had friends where the mom was like the best friend. You could do everything at their house. You could wear whatever you wanted. You could do whatever you wanted. And, you know.
Right. And that totally sounds like me, right? Like the British tea lady.
Right?
I'm the cool.
You're the cool, hot mom for sure. 100%. It's only going to get better.
I do, yeah, with my new pandemic pink, which it is so much pinker when you're in person. Not that anyone's ever in person, but like when I look in the mirror, The lighting is so much better. And I was talking to my friend the other day and I was laughing. I was like, I wonder if when people see me out in public, they're like, oh my God, that's so embarrassing. Like this mom, like thinks she's cool with the pink hair. I'm like, well, whatever. This is what I want to do.
I just want to say that I love the pandemic pink. Like that is priceless. Talk about marketing at its finest.
Thank you.
Honest, I swear that I absolutely, when you just said, well, when I see it in person, it looks different. Have you not seen the meme that's going around where the guy has his wine glass and he's like, my happy hour or something, and he has his medicine cabinet mirror, his regular mirror, another mirror, and he's like, cheers, cheers, and all you see is like 7 different hymns.
No, I haven't seen that.
It reminds me, maybe she's like, well, what do you think of mine?
That's great, yeah. Like, oh, that does look like, oh yeah, that is pretty pink.
I love it.
Oh my gosh, that's so good. Well, we can start to wrap up if you'd like, but this was so much fun. Thank you for riding the the radio waves with me.
The radio waves. I love it. That's totally gonna be my post as soon as I get off of here.
I know. Yeah, I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna say, like, just ride it out. Like it's gonna smooth out. You're gonna be able to hear most of it. Like sit tight.
It's worth the ride.
It's worth the ride. But so I always ask, do you have any final words?
I don't. I will definitely be visiting your tea shop because, like I said, I'd rather buy your tea than Publix tea.
Awesome.
So
and I would rather have you buy it than Publix.
Publix is a pleasure. Don't get me wrong. But
oh yeah, yeah. And and I mean, I do get usually if I'm getting Twinings, you know, Publix is just as good as anywhere else. So they still have the British teas. But I've learned recently I need to try PG Tips, which is just a basic, I shouldn't say basic. They only do like a standard like black tea, but apparently it's like quintessential like a black cup of tea for Brits and they all love it. And when I confessed to the one I was talking to the other day, I was like, honestly, I never tried it because the way the box looks and the sound of it, I thought it was like the British version of Lipton. I was like, she died and she's like, oh my God, I'm so glad that we're clearing this up. She's like, God, no.
Right? I love it. Oh, was that the British lady that I could have listened to? I could have listened to her talk all day.
Katrina, the short blonde hair? Yes. She's so much fun. Yeah.
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah, and she's an entertainer. So she is awesome. Yep. Yeah, she sings. She like engages with the audience. I mean, she's so much fun. We've had her at a couple of British Chamber events.
How cool.
She is awesome.
I love it. Well, you're the best. I appreciate you inviting me, and it's nice to see you. I mean it when I say it. I love seeing your face. I love your energy.
I agree. Yeah, when you first popped in, I was like, oh, it's like, Alicia, it's so good to see you. You're so beautiful. I love to see you.
That just makes my day. My cheeks hurt. You got me blushing.
Just accept it.
Right. You're the best. Well, yeah. Let me know. If you don't mind, could you message me the link?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I don't want to.
I mean, I'll find it, but we're all about convenience.
I want to make it as difficult as possible for you to buy a TV.
Sounds about right. You're the best.
I love it. Okay, well, we shall say goodbye then. So it was
Tell
wonderful
Kyle to
see
expect
you.
us.
Oh, yes, I will tell him. Yeah. His closing date is, I think, like May, towards the end of May. So, yeah.
Oh, wow.
So so pack your bags.
I'll be packed because I'm moving in 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah, you said you're moving. Where are you moving?
I'm moving downtown.
Oh, you are? Oh, okay.
Yeah, our lease was up here, and I mean, obviously, we're working virtual, so I don't have a commute right now, but I will when we go back, and I don't feel like the hour drive.
I see. Okay. Well, that makes sense. Yeah. Well, those will be fun.
Downtown, here I come.
All right. It's like me. I just keep creeping closer and closer with every move. That's awesome. Okay, well, thank you, Alicia, for being on. Thank you, everyone who made it this far, and thank you for riding the radio waves with us. Amy
Those are
Mitchell
right.
with Houses of Windsor. And signing off. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.